Hello everyone. I am just covering up an old canvas that I've been working on. I've done a few things to it and I'm not liking the composition or anything on it. Nothing's sort of speaking to me as far as painting on it further, so I didn't like it, so I'm just starting over with the canvas in general. Um, it was black and lots of blues and greens, and so I'm just going with a white background instead. And I've got a couple of different mixtures of white on there that I'm using up, so I can't really tell you what's in there. Um, my colors are various greens and blues, phthalo green, all that kind of stuff. Gold's in there and some black. And a little bit of white was mixed in there as well. Um, it's a really thin layer of white that I have on that canvas right now, but I do add some more. So I'm just filling up a couple of cups. The second one's going to be coming and just dumping them out on the canvas. And I'm going to tilt them. And because I've done so much work on the canvas underneath, it's got a fair bit of texture to it. So I'm just planning for this pour just to pour it out, stretch it out, and try to get a decent looking composition, something that I like. And then I'll just leave it, and I may even just leave it, period. I mean, you know that I usually paint on my pours, but I might just leave it at this point with this canvas in particular. It depends. It depends if I see something I really think, oh, if I painted that in there, that would be cool. So you never know. Never know what you're going to get with a pour. You just dump it out, tilt it, and go from there. So that's what I'm going to do. So I just continue to keep tilting, and I kind of liked it actually where it was, but I want it. I want the paint to sort of come in a downward sort of motion a little bit more, and so and there's quite a bit of paint on there yet, so I a need to actually tilt a little bit more off yet. And so there must have been some satin in some of that paint. There's little cells popping up, little clouds. I always call them little puffy marshmallows. Anyway, yep, just gonna keep tilting and I'll let you watch. So the thinner you stretch out the paint over your white paint there, you'll get a little more of the little marshmallow dudes popping up. So I am expecting at this point that I've stretched it out fairly thin, and I know that over time there'll be more of the little white marshmallows popping up. So I decide at this point I'm just gonna wait and scrape up some of my paint and things. So see how much it's moving, if at all. So I'm just from my perspective looking upwards, it's kind of a cool looking composition. I actually like it. So, and I'm realizing I can do a little painting on it and bring out some of the colors and emphasize little bits here and there. I know that under those little sort of gray areas, there's a lot of color, and I could, take a hairdryer and pop that out and blow out some really pretty colors under that. But at the same time, that creates a different look than just letting a pour settle and dry in its natural state. I know a lot of people will take little, sticks and make little curlicues and all that kind of stuff. But to me, that takes away from the natural state that it rests in, and it looks more natural to me. And that's just my personal preference. I don't like the dragging out of the curlicues and all that. It looks to me, I don't know, it's a little too obvious, or I'm not really sure what the word is. But for me, I just personally like leaving it. Sometimes I'll go around and do a little swiping or something to sort of bring out some cells and create some lacing and break some areas up that way. But in general, I just like to kind of leave it, and I really like blowing out areas. Um, if I have an idea in my mind what I'm going for as far as painting on it further, but I don't know. For this one, I just wanted to leave it in its natural little state here and see what happens as far as the little marshmallows popping up, and see what we get when it's dry. And then I could just sit and have some fun playing and painting on it further.